21-year-old Tatiana Coppage is charged with murder. The Jackson County prosecutor says she killed a man in retaliation for her brother's death. His body found at a home near Paloma and Topping Avenues. Court documents claim Ugwuh's sister then tried to figure out who killed her brother and seek revenge.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight I'm going to be talking about this story of this young woman who decided to seek revenge for her brother. Now, if you look up revenge and eye for an eye in the dictionary, you probably will see her because she is definitely if eye for an eye was a person. If this is your first time seeing my channel, over here we are the Night Owls, and you know my subs are the Night Owls. And if you have not hit that subscribe button as of yet, hit the subscribe button, become a Night Owl, okay? And if you are a returning viewer and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, do it right now, okay? And also hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Now, let's get into the nitty and gritty of this story. Now, I'm going to read over the article, but I've also shared with you guys basically some of what the news media said. I'm going to read through what it says here. Once this story had broke, I believe there was reports that the rapper DaBaby and a rapper by the name of 42 Doug also volunteered to pay her bail. I guess they felt like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, what it is, okay? Let me read through what it says on this page. So it says, a Kansas City, Missouri, 21-year-old Metro woman is charged with murder. The Jackson County prosecuting attorney says it was in retaliation for her 16-year-old brother's death. Tatiana Coppage is charged with second-degree murder and armed criminal action. Her teenage brother, Jayson Ugwuh Jr., was murdered January 10th. His family said they believe he was shot while he was with two other teens walking home from the BP gas station at the 40 highway and Topping Avenue. His friends were able to get him back to the house where they called police. Fox 4 spoke with KCPD the day after his murder about how gun violence is affecting families in the city. Violent crime is a plague to Kansas City right now, and we got to address this, Captain Dave Jackson said. I've been here for about 22 years, and this is not the first time tragic violence has happened within a family. We have seen this before. It's tragic. It's terrible. Court documents say basically the guy's sister tried to find out who killed her brother and seek revenge.
Coppage is charged with second-degree murder and armed criminal action. Police say on January 13th, she shot and killed Keith Lars in a parking lot at Thompson and Benton in the Northeast.
Once arrested, investigators were able to go through Coppage's phone where they saw after the shooting, she texted an alleged family member admitting to the act. They also identified a text message to her deceased brother's phone, letting him know that she'd taken action.
In 2016, both Tatiana and her brother Jayson experienced gun violence. An unknown shooter killed their 9-year-old brother Jaden and 8-year-old cousin Montel Ross while they were home. Their murders have never been solved.
So just being the fact that, first she is 16 years old, and at 16-year-old, she has her 9-year-old brother and her cousin get killed. Then fast forward to her being 21, her 16-year-old brother gets killed. And I can understand how at that point she was fed up. Like, I'm going to take action if I can. And that's basically what she did. Also makes this very sad is that the young man who just lost his life, whom his sister got the revenge for him, back in 2016 when their younger brother died, he's the one who held his brother as he died, and his father and him talked to the news media at that time in 2016. And this is the young man who recently lost his life and his father talking about their younger brother's death.
And their murders have never been solved. We spoke to Jayson and his father in 2016 when it happened.
He would cry, he just got hit and ran and laid up under his big brother, Like, he knew exactly where to go for comfort, you know what I'm saying?
Jayson Jr. told Fox 4 it was a difficult moment when his brother died.
I got to deal with that and still raise them But what can I say to him? Because he actually held him. He held his cold body, you know what I'm saying? How do I teach my son to cope with that? And I can barely cope with it.
His family says Jayson loved basketball and rapping, but fell victim to this cruel city.
You suffer from a traumatic event, particularly a violent event. It does something to you. It changes you, especially if you were a witness to it. And so, if you're a witness to a violent crime, you may not immediately notice the changes, but over time, it festers itself. And for everyone, it manifests itself differently.
Family members have said this deeply affected both Jayson and Tatiana. Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas spoke out about Jayson's killing on January 12th on Facebook, saying Jayson's life and all too early death shows us that we have to further aid families and close relations to victims of violence, and that we're not doing enough. When you go to the young woman's Facebook account, you can clearly see that, her brothers were her world. Pretty much like as I was scrolling through all of her photos, majority of her photos was photos of her brothers, her and her brothers, and her pretty much saying, that is who she lives for and who she does it for. I'm not sure if she was raising them, but majority of all of her photos were her and her brothers. In this photo right here, this is her younger brother, the 8 or 9-year-old. I forget which one, how old he was. But this was the murder that happened in 2016. And as you've seen that in this recent situation, she had texted her 16-year-old brother. This just shows, I guess that's how she communicates with her brothers. On here, on her younger brother, when he passed, she was sending him a message basically through her caption on Facebook, telling him that, she's going to try her swing at school and that she missed him and, things of that nature. But like I said, all throughout her Facebook was a bunch of photos of her and her brothers, and even the brother that passed, they had some videos when he was like smaller. I'm going to show you one video with her and her, I believe the 8 or 9-year-old before he passed. And then there was another one that could have possibly been her 16-year-old brother when he was a little bit younger. Here they go.
Jaden, sleepy dude? You what? I'm hungry.
Hardee's. Go buy me a burger. I'm gonna be right here.
That's what we better go get. they ain't gonna share their burger. Look at this dude, Kobe. Kobe! Nah.
Is this 449, bro?
And also reported by Hot New Hip Hop, like I said, 42 Doug, basically who's also a rapper, offered to pay bail for the woman who allegedly avenged her brother's death. He wrote under a post on DJ Academic's page, and he said, I got 20,000 if they can get her out on 10%. Tell her people to get with me. There was reports that her bond was 200,000. So they're saying basically if they're able to get it at 10% rate of her getting out, then he has 20,000 on it as well. He also showed text messages with him and the rapper DaBaby, and DaBaby was going back and forth talking about how he wanted to help out. Also, I'm also hearing that Lil Baby also wanted to help out, but I can't find the receipts for that. But that was also reported that Lil Baby wanted to help too. Now, like I said, this is definitely if an eye for an eye was a person. You guys let me know what you think about this story. Do you think that she was wrong for trying to get revenge for the person who killed her brother? Now, I ain't gonna say she was right in doing that, and I ain't gonna say she was wrong. All I'm gonna say is, sis, I understand. And on that note, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Not now, but right now. And also, visit my website, Nique@nite.com, spelled exactly like my channel. And also, hit the like and subscribe button and leave your comments down below. But before I officially go, I want to share all of the messages that people were posting on social media where they felt like she should be free. Now, y'all know when I do my research, I go from page to page to page to page to page. And I went from family member page to family member page to family member page. If I could find all her family members' pages, the baby, little baby, and all of them should be able to find her family members' pages too. But one interesting page was from one of her cousins, and one of her cousins said that in a Facebook post, he said that he had told the brother that she avenged his death. He had told him to put the blicky down, meaning like, the guns down. So I'm assuming there was some type of, seems like, I'm going to assume some type of affiliation going on or activity going on there. But a lot of people feel as though the woman who killed the guy who killed her brother, they feel like she should be free, and they are saying free her all over the internet and feeling like, they want to band together and get revenge for her death. Okay? You guys let me know what you think. Do you think that she did the right thing in getting revenge, or do you think she should have told the cops where he was? I've seen other comments where people was like, wait, so she found the killer before the cops did? She did the cops' job. They need to free her for that. All kind of comments. So you guys let me know what you think down below.